Hello everyone, let's start the next type of the numerical from the unit of sliding contact bearing, which is again based on the dimensionless performance parameters. So let's start with the statement. The numerical is taken from the book V.B. Bandari. The statement is an oil ring bearing of a transmission shaft is shown in figure. There is no hydrodynamic action over the width of 4 mm of oil ring. So here we have the oil ring, and over this there is no hydrodynamic action. So the total bearing, the total radial load acting on the journal is 20 kilonewton. So let's write the given data. Total load is equal to 20 kilonewton. Then the journal rotates at 1450 rpm. So ns is equal to 1450 rpm, but we want this quantity in rps, so 1450 divided by 60 rps. The next is radial clearance and minimum oil thickness are 20 and 5 microns respectively. So here we write radial clearance 20 microns, or we can say that 0.02 mm, and HO is 5 microns or 0.005 mm. Now as they mention, the oil ring divides the bearing into two parts. So each parts can be treated as a separate hydrodynamic bearing carrying the load of total load 20 kilonewton. So each side carrying 20 kilonewton by 2, that is 10 kilonewton load. So firstly let's calculate minimum oil thickness ratio, that is HO upon C. So it is 5 upon 20, it is 0.25. So after that we can able to calculate the Sommerfeld number. Why we are going to calculate the Sommerfeld number? Because they ask viscosity of lubricant, and viscosity of lubricant is in formula of Sommerfeld number. Also we can going to calculate FV, that is flow variable, because to calculate the required quantity of oil. So let's first take the value of Sommerfeld number from the table. But before that we need to know about this L by D ratio. So here we are treating these two parts as a separate bearing. So here is the length L 50 and diameter is 50. So L by D ratio become 1. So as you can see the table, when L by D ratio become 1, the HO upon C, our value is 0.25. So it is lie between these two. Okay. So Sommerfeld number is lie between these two values. So when we need to calculate Sommerfeld number lie between these two values or two standard value, we need to go by interpolation method. Here I plot one graph S versus HO upon C. So we need to calculate the HO upon C, S for the value of HO upon C 0.25. So we'll take lower limit from the table, it is 0.2, and upper limit is 0.4 for HO upon C. You can see over here we want this the value in between that, so we'll take this lower limit and upper limit. Again for that we have the lower and upper limit of Sommerfeld number, it is 0.0446 and 0.0121. So I'll write here 0.0446 for lower value, 0.121 for upper value, and we need to calculate the middle one. So let's use the formula for interpolation. The middle value or unknown value minus of lower limit 0.0446 divided by upper limit minus of lower limit 0.121 minus of 0.0446 is equal to, in similar way, middle minus of lower 0.25 minus of 0.2 divided by upper minus of lower 0.4 minus of 0.2. Let's shift this term on another side. So we get S minus of 0.0446 is equal to, this terms remains as it is, into 0.121 minus of 0.0446. Okay. Again we shift this term on another side, so we get S is equal to, this become plus 0.0446 plus into bracket 0.25, so 0.2 divided by 0.4 minus of 0.2 into 0.121 minus of 0.0446. So this interpolation method we are going to use for another dimensional, also for the another dimensionless parameter. After practicing, we can directly use this formula. So the unknown quantity is equal to the lower limit plus middle value minus of lower value, upper value minus of, divided by upper value minus of lower value into upper value minus of lower value. You can directly put this formula by using of table, no need to draw the graph. This is for your understanding. So we get sum of field number is equal to 0.0637. Okay, again from the table we are going to finding out FV, that is flow variable. So let's see the table. Here we have H upon C, then flow variable is over here. So we want flow variable in between that. So lower limit is 4.33, upper limit is 4.62. So here I have taken the values for flow variable versus H upon C. So we want to calculate the flow variable for this middle value. So as you can see, the flow variable will decreases when HO upon C ratio will increases, or when it is high then the flow variable has low value. So the formula for interpolation become flow variable is equal to upper limit 4.62, that is upper value of the from the flow variable, minus of, into bracket, upper value minus of lower value, multiplication with 0.2, middle value minus of lower value. This remains as it is, 0.4 minus of 0.2. Okay, so only change is that when we do the interpolation and we have increasing value at one side where the decreasing values on another side, what we take interpolation in this way. Flow variable, that quantity we need to calculate, is equal to upper limit minus of upper value minus of lower value into, this remains as it is, middle minus of lower divided by upper minus of lower. So by after calculation we get flow variable is equal to 4.5475. Let's calculate viscosity of lubricant. Before that we need to calculate bearing pressure. So it is P upon DL. W is given 10 kilonewton, so it is 10,000 divided by 50 into 50, so we get 4 Newton per mm square. So let's use formula for Sommerfeld number. Sommerfeld number is equal to mu ns by P into R upon C square. So we need to calculate viscosity. So mu is equal to S C upon R square into P upon ns. Sorry, here we get the formula. We rearrange this formula for mu. So mu is equal to, let's put the value. We already calculated the Sommerfeld number, and that is 0.0637 into C upon R. Here we put the value of C upon R square. Then P is 4 divided by ns. Ns is 1450 into 60. So we get mu is equal to 6.7478 into 10 raised to minus 9 Newton second per mm square. And if they ask viscosity for centipoise, so we can directly write 6.74 centipoise, because 10 raised to 9 minus 9 Newton second per mm square is nothing but the centipoise. So to calculate required quantity of oil, let's take the formula for flow variable it is equal Q upon RC NSL. So let's rearrange it. Q is equal to FV into RC NLS. So let's put the values. We calculate this FV by interpolation method. So it is 4.575 into R is 25, C is 0.02 into NS is 1450 divided by 60 into L is 50. So we get Q is equal to 2747 mm cube per second. But we know that since here two parts of bearing is there, the total oil flow Q total can be given 2Q. So 2 into 2747, so it becomes 5494 mm cube per second. So in this way we can able to calculate viscosity and flow rate only.